My name is Greg Williams. I'm the Executive Director of Sierra Buttes Trail Stewardship. And thanks for having me. Thanks Ben and Amy for putting this on. And I'm just going to say too, like I work in mostly the Plumas and the Tahoe forests, and how lucky community members are to have Jonathan and Jacob and Garrett. It's not always so good. Sometimes you have to wait maybe like 12 years to get somebody in that's willing to work with you. So fortunately we're in a position now where we work in multiple forests and multiple districts, so you know, if we have to wait, we can kind of move on to the next project to keep going. So anyway, this is a shot from Mount Elwell looking into the lake's basin of the Sierra Buttes, and that's like our mothership there. So lots of beautiful places. We operate primarily in a region that we call the La Sierra. And this is a mail route that used to be skied in the 1800s that connected these three towns. And so it's kind of an area that we key into, and it's made up of Plumas and Sierra counties. And Downeyville and Gray Eagle and Quincy are like our three main towns. So this is a shot from Downeyville. These were the early trail builders. And for me, my history was Miwok in Nevada City. And my great-great-great-grandfather, our tribe was displaced because of gold mining on Deer Creek. And he ended up in Downeyville working with some of these miners and leading guided trips into the mountains. So for me, it's gone full circle. These are some maps that the guys brought up. Kurt kind of managed to find these, but these are early drawings of the trail systems in the 1800s. So this creates a vision for us to kind of look at like these forgotten routes, you know, that like how do we get those back into the system. So my early days were spent, my introduction to Downeyville, my parents would put us in a Jeep and we'd drive from Nevada City to Downeyville, spend like a month camping out along the rivers, and then to be able to return as, you know, a young man trying to make a living, start a tour company and mountain bike shop in Downeyville. And started to make a go of it. So it's been about 24 years for me trying to make a go of it. But so the Forest Service was doing a really good job of maintaining our trails up until like the early 90s. And then we started to just, you know, their budgets went away and we started to see our trails looking like this, and we were trying to promote people to come because we had great trails. So we started seeing, you know, like trails not maintained, signs coming up, trails closed, which is the worst. And so in 2003, we got our nonprofit status. And so we're a nonprofit that got built a little bit backwards in terms of this whole thing was initially funded from my bike shop, which is Youth Expeditions. We had the Downeyville Classic going on. So we're able to use those funds you know, to buy tools initially and to match some funds. So now we use like a number of different methods. So the bike shop is part of our nonprofit. When it does well, we pay our trail crew to go out there and work on the trails. We also put on events, which the Lost and Found is coming up in June 4th. We put on the Downeyville Classic. We celebrated our 20th year last year. We have this new event called Grinduro, which actually got Event of the Year last year and sold out this year, so pretty proud of that. And we use a $5 a foot campaign, which we partner with Ibis Cycles, with Scott Nickel, and Santa Cruz Bikes, where we, at first we called it a raffle, and then we had about 30 grand in the bank, and PayPal reminded us that we couldn't do raffles. So we came up with this concept of it's a prize drawing, but people are buying a foot of trail for $5. And out of that, you know, we generated close to like $300,000 through the campaigns, and helped build like Mills Peak Trail, for example. Ibis Cycles was instrumental in that. We used the funding to buy an excavator, used the funding to leverage a number of other grant sources. We have a trail building curriculum that's in our college, the Feather River College, so students can take units learning how to build trails. And then we have a Trail Kids program that gets kids out into the woods that are, you know, ages 5 and up.